Good morning. Grab your cup. I want to talk to the people pleasers and the perfectionists and the workaholics that might be listening. So many people will say, I'm just a people pleaser. It's just who I am. It's just who I am. I'm just a perfectionist. I wish I wasn't, but that's how I am. It's how I've always been. And here's a really important distinction that if you can get this, is access to really changing so much in your life. It's not who you are. It's not who you are. It's how you learn to cope. So when we're very, very young, the most important thing is to feel loved and to feel safe. And if we're ever having an experience where we don't feel that, then we figure out what we need to do to get it. That's how we cope. So it might be, if I'm really, really good and I do everything for everybody, then I feel loved. Or then it's safe in the house and people aren't angry. It might be, if I just keep doing more things, then I feel loved. So it's an important distinction, because when you say, I am blank, then you own it like it's who you are. And so many of the women that I work with have a sense of not knowing who they are. Very often in the beginning of our work, they'll say, I haven't felt joy in a long time. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't really know who I am. I want to figure that out. We can't figure that out until we dismantle the automatic machinery that's been showing up in your life instead of you. Because that people pleasing or saying yes to everything or being a workaholic, those are how you learn to cope. They're ways of being that are in place. I am 5 feet 4 inches, right? I am that. That's a fixed thing that I can't change that. That is how I am. But people pleasing is not how you are. And when you say it like that, I am blank, you leave no room for figuring out something else, because you own it like it is who you are. When we have those ways of coping that showed up when we were very, very young, and then we found out they worked, right? We got the results that we wanted. We didn't get in trouble, or we felt safe, or we got a sense that we were loved the more we were like that. When we have those ways of coping, they're so automatic. It's like we don't have to show up in our life. And for so many people, we're not showing up. Who we truly are, who our essence is, what brings us joy, what gives us a sense of purpose. That person is not even showing up in life. Just the automatic machinery, the drivenness of the ways of coping that worked. That's what's showing up. And that brings a sense of sadness. It brings depression. It brings a feeling of never being good enough, because you're never really expressing the true you. It also brings with it choices over and over and over that don't serve the life that you want. Choices in partners, because you find partners, we all do, until we have the distinction, until we dismantle the machinery. That automaticness drives our choices and partners, and then we find people who are a good match for needing to be perfect or for people pleasing. Or we find jobs that, also are a good match for that. So everything starts showing up in life as a response to that automatic machinery and the ways of coping, not to the actual person. So people are feeling lack of joy, unfulfilled, depressed, sad. It shows up in their bodies as well. That's a really important distinction to get. I am not blank. It's how I learn to be. And when I'm willing to actually release those coping mechanisms, now I can figure out who it is I truly am. And that is a really, really beautiful thing. And that's why we're here.